Hey everybody, and welcome back to Guilty Snacks, your very own bite-sized guide. My name is Manny, and today we'll be learning about frames and more. The topic of frames can be a bit overwhelming, but I'll try my best to break things down so we can understand what they are and their practical applications. So first things first, a frame is a unit used to measure time in fighting games, as well as the core unit used for frame data. Frame data is a complete list of the inner workings of every move in a fighting game. Pretty much everything will be measured with frames. And I know that sounds extremely intimidating, but just hear me out. You aren't expected to memorize the matrix. Instead, we break it down further and take what we need from it. The most important things to keep in mind when looking at frame data is the startup of a move, if it's plus or minus, and how safe versus unsafe that move is. And I'll expand on each of these as we go along. The startup of a move is the period of time that occurs after pressing your attack button, but before your attack hits your opponent. So basically, the startup of a move is how fast the move is. So for example, Souls 5P has a 4-frame startup. Being plus, or at frame advantage, refers to who recovers first when a move hits or is blocked, but generally speaking, you'd use the term plus in tandem with the phrase on block. So for example, Souls // is +2 on block. This means you will fully recover 2 frames before your opponent leaves block stun. And that doesn't sound like a lot, but if you and your opponent attack with moves that have the same startup, your head start means you will always hit first. Being minus or negative is the opposite, as it refers to when you cannot freely act, but your opponent can as a result from you recovering from your own move. So for example, Souls 5P is -2 on block. This means you will fully recover 2 frames after your opponent leaves block stun. So as you weigh your pros and cons, being slightly negative isn't the end of the world. In most cases, when you are slightly negative, you are safe from being punished, but you lose your turn. While we're at it, any move that lands but lets you successfully block or avoid any possible retaliation from your opponent is considered safe. If you're 2-, on the other hand, you can and will be punished, and therefore it's unsafe. Take Souls Bandit Revolver, it's -7 on block. Therefore, as long as you have a move that has a 7-frame startup or faster, you'll be able to punish. And for the most part, these are the most important things you need to know when looking at frame data. This is the foundation that you can build upon. Once you're comfortable knowing your own character's respective frame data, you can explore against the whole cast. Have you had a move that you just don't know how to deal with? Well, take it to the training room. You can look up the name of the move and figure out its frame data and see what your options are. And obviously, the ceiling is much higher. There is more to learn in frame data, but be confident in knowing the basics. Afterwards, feel free to expand your knowledge and learn more. Hopefully, you know about the world of frames and what they can offer. It's a definite important step if you want to take your gameplay to the next level. With that being said, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and if you choose to, subscribe for more content like this.